flyers into the hands of eager shoppers, and folks in vintage Santa costumes collected donations outside stores. Caroline stopped to help me tug the wagon out of the crosswalk and onto the sidewalk. "We should do this theme every year," she said. "Everyone seems to love it, and tourism is up 17.5%. We pulled on the wagon's handle, but the little craft didn't budge. I didn't have to ask where she'd gotten such specific tourism numbers. Her father kept a close eye on Mistletoe's economics. Keeping a seasonal tourist town like ours in the black wasn't always easy, but he never ran out of ideas about how to make it happen. This year, he'd encouraged a partnership between the Historical Society and the Chamber of Commerce. Together, they'd turned Mistletoe's 150th anniversary into a financial wellspring. Shop owners, employees, and most of the town had agreed to dress the part. With a little luck, the collective efforts would charm every visitor into making a few more last-minute purchases. Maybe they'd even go home and tell all their friends about the trip, then come back next year to do it again. This kind of positive turnout is exactly what we need, given our town's more recent history, Caroline said. We focused on the wagon, not commenting on her reference to Mistletoe's unfortunate past. There'd been a murder this time of year, seemingly like clockwork for the past 4 Christmases, and I didn't want to think about death while the backside of my wagon was stuck in the road. The previous year's crimes had been unrelated, but it certainly felt as if the deaths were part of some twisted cosmic script. I was glad I'd never meet that author. "For the love of snickerdoodles," Caroline complained, giving the wagon one final heave onto the sidewalk. "This thing must weigh 100 pounds. "Probably," I agreed. "Mom is determined to prepare for every possible outcome before the big bake tomorrow." I creaked upright and pressed my hands against my back to stretch. Then I wheeled the wagon close to a building and bent at the waist to catch my breath. She asked me to buy extras of all the ingredients in bulk, in case she somehow lost or ran out of everything Dad already brought her. Caroline nodded in understanding. "I did the same thing while planning for my cupcake shop. I overprepared, overspent, and overstressed. I'd needed a full body of spa treatments before I'd even opened. My hair and skin are still recovering, and it's been 3 years. She dropped into a graceful squat on high-heeled boots and peeked at the wagon's contents. "Did you get everything you need?" she asked, turning tubs and boxes for a look at their labels. I raised one mitten-clad hand and attempted to tick off on my covered fingers. 20 pounds each of flour and brown sugar, 5 jugs of molasses, plus cinnamon, vanilla, ginger, and baking soda in whatever quantities I could find. My mom was an incredible baker and an enthusiast of all things Christmas, so it surprised no one when she announced her decision to bake the world's largest gingerbread man. Within a month, she'd completed extensive research and contacted the Guinness Book of World Records to request judges be sent her way. She'd scheduled the big event for tomorrow, when Mistletoe is traditionally the busiest. I was all in on anything I could do to help. Caroline stood. "If she needs anything else, I just got a shipment. There are enough eggs and butter in my shop's walk-in freezer to help in a pinch. I'll let her know." "Remind me how big this gingerbread man needs to be," she said. "I've added too many things to my short-term memory this week, and I'm losing details." I considered her question a moment, struggling with my own mental capacity. The largest gingerbread man on record weighed over 1,400 pounds, so more than that. The record had been set in Norway, and it hadn't been broken in 15 years. "I don't think it matters how tall he is." Her eyes widened, and she turned to reevaluate my wagon. "Goodness! I'll text her to let her know I'm available to help measure the ingredients or navigate the recipe." She looked back at me. "Are you helping with the batter or baking?" "Only if she asks," I said. My ability to burn water was well known and rightly feared. If Mom turned to me, there were probably insurmountable obstacles afoot. "She's mixing the ingredients today, spreading the dough into the giant gingerbread man-shaped framework, then letting it set over."